All right, good morning. Day 5, going through Choose Your Own Adventure Night Shift. Now, we left off, we had to go to section number 2, and so we'll pick back up there. Slight recap, last week we bumped into a plague doctor who was transplanting a kidney, and we were like, bye. Alright, so you are padding softly down the corridor, deep in thought, when a screech cuts through the stillness. You gasp and spin around, but there's nothing in the passageway. The noise came from your left. Well, then why did you spin around? So maybe a stray and wounded animal got into the neurosurgical unit there. If you want to enter the unit to investigate, turn to 268. However, on your right is the prayer room. You've never been in there before, but you want to go see it now. Turn to 11. Oh, but if you want to go see it now, turn to 11. Or you could simply carry along the passageway. Turn to 113. Well, where's the fun in just doing what you were doing? It was a strange noise. Or the prayer room, which you've never been into. Naughty, naughty. I think that if you go into the prayer room, you're going to look around the prayer room, and then you're going to have to go right back out and choose either 268 or 113. Let's see if I'm correct. Number 11. No, I'm wrong. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Yep, I'm right, sort of. Okay. You step in, let the door gently close behind you, and stand there, agog. It's a small room with no windows, and it's brown. The carpet, the walls, the ceiling are all deep, rich brown. It's like standing in a vat of warm chocolate. Chocolate. Or a grave. Your inner voice unhelpfully chips in. Or a grave your inner voice unhelpfully chips in with. There are a few cheap wooden chairs with brown velvet upholstery that have seen better days, and at the far end, a full-length stained glass mural. It depicts a forest with lush green leaves on the trees and a deer, a badger, and a crow lurking in the undergrowth. Whilst it makes sense to have a nature scene as the focal point instead of religious images, this seems gloomy, disturbing even. You're not sure what it is, but there's something distinctly creepy about it, and you feel the sudden urge to destroy it. Although breaking glass when there's a killer stalking the hospital isn't the most sensible thing to do. If you want to follow your instincts and smash the mural, you should turn to 48. If you'd prefer to stay quiet and leave the prayer room, you should head across the corridor to the neurosurgical ward if you haven't done so already, which is turn to 268, or continue along the passageway and go left, turn to 338, or right, 113. So I was partially correct. Let's see. Let's break the mural and see what happens. Turn to 48. The chair lurches through the air towards the sturdy mural glass. Well, it just picked itself up and threw it? What? Or are you a Jedi now? You envisage the chair either bouncing straight off or breaking into wooden pieces, but there is a deafening sound of shattering glass as the entire floor-to-ceiling pane collapses into thousands of shards. After a stunned pause, when the glass remains all have fallen, you face the door, fully expecting the man to come bursting in, but nothing happens. Now that the gloomy forest scene is no more, you feel lighter somehow. Make a note of the code word shards and leave the prayer room. You could now head over to the neurosurgical unit if you haven't done so already, or you could just carry on the passageway. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we should probably go to the neurosurgical unit. 268. Now remember the word shards. 268. There we go. 5 minutes. You enter the room and freeze. In the far corner, there is an old woman slumped on the bare frame of a bed. A tall, thin man is stood over her. Is stood. Oh, this is proper English. A tall, thin man is stood over her, one hand gripping her shoulder, a large book in his other. They don't seem to have noticed you. Just then, you feel a touch on your leg. You look down, and then gasp and flinch away. The rag doll does the same. The walking, living rag doll. Its cloth arms are bent, holding cloth stumps to its painted-on mouth. Then it bounds over to the sluice room. It pauses in the doorway, then nods encouragingly and points at a large machine inside. After a few seconds of you both staring at each other, the rag doll skips back to you and pushes against your legs, trying to move you towards the machine. It's weirdly strong for an inanimate toy. It seems like an animate toy. If you decide to do what the ragdoll wants and go look at the machine, turn to 339, but if you prefer to talk to the man, turn to 170. Well, so far, the only living person you've seen has been the plague doctor, and he was holding a kidney. Let's investigate this sluice room, 339. Okay. You enter the sluice room, which is dwarfed by a large, old-fashioned macerator. There's an E in there. Macerator. You couldn't even begin to imagine how many cardboard urinal... What? You couldn't even begin to imagine how many cardboard urinal bottles and vomit bowls end up being destroyed inside that. The hatch is open and you peer inside. It looks like a huge blender with fierce blades. And what's that? The ragdoll jumps up and down excitedly. That's what it wanted you to find. There's something wedged in underneath one of the blades. And if you want to reach in and grab it, turn to 16. If you think that's the worst idea in the history of bad ideas, you can quickly leave the room and go talk to the man and woman on page 170. Well, let's leave it here. Do you guys think we should reach in and grab whatever it is, or we should go talk to this dude? All right. Well, comment below what you think I should do, and we'll pick this up next week. Bye.